Despite the public image of killers, survivors are the true power role of Dead by Daylight. They can hold the game hostage for an entire hour, regardless of build, playstyle, or even skill level. Killers once had access to this forbidden jutsu, requiring a dedicated playstyle and build, but it was sealed away during the Great Regression Recession. Survivors, on the other hand, have somehow retained this ability to extend a game far beyond its natural limit by doing one simple thing: hiding. I'd like to show you one such game that I played recently. Now, honestly, I was a dirty boy. I watched Carnivorous's video on the effectiveness of slugging and I wanted to try it with the Singularity. After a few rounds of practice to learn the power and the playstyle, I was ready to release my Sluggularity upon the world. But there was no way I could have prepared myself for what awaited me as I entered the fog. Before we begin, I have breaking news. Albert Wesker's plans have been foiled and the Nemesis has been destroyed. However, Wesker's whereabouts are currently unknown and he is no doubt concocting another devious scheme. If you have any information, please subscribe to the Zanryu Gaming YouTube channel to share your findings. Make sure to like the video as well. Failure to do so will result in immediate slugging. After putting my fat balls all over the place, I find Yunjin, who starts running, but not fast enough as I get a free hit. Noticing she's not slipstreamed, I get another glob up to rectify the situation and notice Nia, who promptly pallet stuns me when I agreed for a hit on her. But it's not without consequence, as I manage to splooge on her before she leaves the room. If I were to play that again, I'd just hard focus Union, but hindsight's 20/20. After kicking the Jin, I chase the Nia who was long gone, but luck is on my side as I run into Jake just kinda wandering the school grounds. I teleport over while he pushes a pull door to get a free hit. I guess he thinks I'm Coach Larry because he does a lap around instead of just going inside, but what are you gonna do? The poor guy finally figures out how the door works, only to drop to another slipstream teleport. Now that I've collected my first slug, I hop on the critter cam and spot two of them working on my Jin, but those rats have used an EMP. Oh man, now I gotta walk. I make it to the Jin they were on, right after it pops, but Nia's fear of heights makes her hesitate, giving me a free hit. A gross little pallet stun later, and off she goes. I chase her through the room and around the corner, but misjudge her location and hit thin air as she drops the Giga God pallet that blocks the stairs. I'm more than happy to break it and continue on my chase. She's got a lot of distance on me, but with no other leads, I continue my pursuit. It looks like the scratch marks lead to the window vault, and she had plenty of time to slow vault, so I drop down to prevent her from helping my slug. As soon as I do, I hear the killer instinct upstairs from Adam infecting Nia. It all works out for me though, because Yunjin was healing Jake from State Farm, and just as soon as he got up again, he gets knocked down. I hop in my camera and reinfect Yunjin, then it's time to run her down as well. She had a lot of distance on me, but I finally get close enough to slipstream to her. She pre-drops the pallet and I chase her around it, breaking it from the other side so as not to waste my overclock. She takes off for the window and makes the vault while I'm recovering. The bitch is cruising. She even makes it to a pallet, but I teleport under it and land a juicy overclock hit. She tips her little toes all the way to the window as I ready another slipstream, but she misreads me and bolts right back into me post-port. Slug secured. Nia healed Yunjin while I check the critter cam. Spot myself a hunt, so I invite myself over, and oh god, there's two of them. I cover the window and the exit to ensure one of these ranchers is getting rammed. Adam's prize for trying to be the first to escape is a love tap. Oh yeah, I'm beating the tunneling allegations. The surprise coup rewards me with another cute little slug. I leave him to look for Jake and turns out he never left. All the time in the world to dip, but he ever so politely and patiently waited for his turn. I show my appreciation by ripping flesh from bone. He wanted this chase bad enough to wait for it. His recognition and awe at the purity of the blessed machine is inspiring, but the crude biomass he calls a temple fails him against the strength and certainty of steel. Yunjin's messing with my slugs and we can't have that. I worked hard for these suckers, and I'm not about to let her revive them for free. Honestly, I think I love this spot just because it's literally the do-si-do tile. Around and around we go until I catch up with her, forcing a hit and making her leave the area. She thinks she's got the distance to pop a syringe injection combo, but my own combo of slipstreaming into a coup lunge at a third slug to my ever-growing collection. Nia understandably needs a moment after witnessing the carnage, and ducks into the stalls, but my balls see all and I'm right on her like butter on a biscuit. Not sure who this bathroom is for, but it's the little killer's room now. She realizes that not even a slab of wood can protect her from my pursuit and books it up the bathroom to bathroom ramp? What the fuck is this even doing here? She took a page from Jake's book and waited patiently for me to get up the ramp. Then we're off to the races yet again. We wind up making our way to shop class where a cheeky slipstream teaches Nia to be a little more careful around this machine. She bolts off. I think I got her pretty deep with all the blood she's losing. I didn't even hear a fall, so she probably stumbled through the window in a desperate escape attempt. After a nasty fall like that, she probably broke her leg, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to put her down. There's nowhere to run with this last hit, and I collect my fourth and final slug. The game is over, and it's time to start hooking them so we can all get on to the next match. As it turns out, this would be the biggest mistake I could have possibly made. After hooking Nia, I move on to collect the rest of my slugs. Unfortunately for me, she gets the 4% chance for a self-unhook and is about to make it my problem. I drop Yummy Uni to correct Nia's newfound verticality as she skitters past the doorway unnoticed by me to revive Yoonjin. I'm checking the wrong area and she's successful in her mission. Now there's two anomalies that require correcting. I can't allow this problem to multiply, but this little stinker sprint burst away from my swing, so I hop on the cam for a slipstream and she's a little shy, but eventually gets on cam for me. The problem is, I miss like 30 swings. I honestly should have just chased Nia since she's heading to my other slugs, but that Janussi got me acting most unwise. With Miss Jin out of commission, I make my way back to the other slugs, hoping to prevent Nia from doing any more damage. Knockout has proved its worth, as one of them ended up bleeding out before Nia could find him. I catch Nia in a bad spot, but over-reliance on my cameras keeps giving her distance. Had I just broken the door and given chase normally, I could have kept her away from the slugs and ended the game again, but my ball obsession allows her to make it to Adam. Having lost her, I chase him instead. He's running through my halls without a pass, and that's simply something I cannot abide. You can hide from bullies in the bathroom stall, but not justice. During this time lapse, I patrolled the gyms and checked my balls for these two lumps, but found nothing. You see, they no longer wanted to play the game. The only thing they wanted was to waste my time. They completely refused to progress the game state until 18 minutes after downing Adam, when I finally heard a gin pop. Hopeful that I could actually hunt one of them down, I looked around again, but nothing. It was just back to playing with my balls while they did jack and shit. Though occasionally one of them would pop up and I'd get a chase in, but don't ask me how I kept losing her, I honestly have no idea. It's like her scratch marks would just vanish. I guess I was delirious from being trapped in the game so long. This time lapse is 4x by the way. The thumbnail was not a joke. After another 10 minutes, I managed to find their nest and chase down the one that started it all. Activated if you were injured. What happened, guys? Did we get bored? Are we bored now? Or are we not having fun anymore? Is that it? Thought we were having fun wasting my time. She lasted an impressive 30 seconds in chase, and down she went. I searched around for the Yui for a while, but after finding nothing, I paid Nia another visit. No, you're bleeding out, bud. You wanted this. This was your idea. You did this. This was your fucking idea. You're bleeding out. She crawled to the hook, begging for the entity's sweet embrace, but her call falls on deaf ears. I tried to finish the game with hooks, and it was used to take me hostage. If you want death, bleed. After 12 minutes, they finally did another gen. I can only guess out of sheer boredom. I went back to patrolling my 3 gen to see if they would actually try to play the game, but this would be the last time a generator was touched. I feel like I should have just played Wesker, because this match was over in 7 minutes, and 47 seconds. I started hooking everyone to get us all to the next match, but one lucky break, that single self-unhook taking mere moments, allowed Nia and Yoonjin to extend the game's duration to an hour. I understand getting slugged isn't the most fun in the world, but holding me hostage when I literally tried to end the game as soon as possible is just psychopathic. Though, I do have to say, the Nia wasting 30 minutes of my time only to plead with me to set her free from a cage of her own creation is a pretty delicious flavor of irony. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Survivors, this question is for you, because this isn't the first time I've been held hostage, only the longest. I'm genuinely curious, and genuinely concerned for your mental well-being. Actually, just the other day, I had a streamer that refused to go near either exit gate after I closed the hatch on her. What kind of mentality is even required to justify trying to waste any scrap of the killer's time you can just because you lost? Seriously, you guys okay or what? Talk to me. This whole situation's got me questioning if I should ever hook another survivor. It might just be time to give him the old Wendy's special and 4 for 4. Don't even try to say that 5 times fast, I can barely say it once. If you enjoyed the video, like it, sub to the channel, and follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Catch you in the next one. Get fucked, losers.